Good morning, class. How is everyone doing today? Happy to be with you again today. Today is the 20th of May 2021, and we are going to talk about literature today. I'm going to be talking about literature today. We are on page 74 of our students' book, 74 and 75. We are going to read two articles there. One is the importance of being honest, and the other one is getting away from it all. The importance of being honest is written by Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde. Let's read about his biography. Let's read his biography. Oscar Wilde was born in 1854 in Ireland. He was an outstanding student who studied at Trinity College in Dublin and at Oxford University. After leaving university, Wilde immediately became a full-time writer, dedicating himself to poetry and theater plays. His plays were well known for their amusing dialogues and their criticism of society. He was very successful during his lifetime, and his work continues to be performed in theaters throughout the English-speaking world. All right, we are now going to read the text. This passage, we'll read this passage. You'll see a picture here of a lady and a man. Let's find out what it is all about. Lady Bracknell, sitting down. You can take a seat, Mr. Worthing. Look in her pocket for notebook and pencil. Jack, thank you. Lady Bracknell, I prefer standing. Lady Bracknell, pencil and notebook in hand. I feel bound to tell you that you are not down on my list for legible young men, although I have the same list as the dear Duchess of Bolton has. We work together, in fact. However, I'm quite ready to enter your name should your answers be what a really affectionate mother requires. How old are you? Jack, 29. Lady Bracknell, a very good age to be married at. I have always been of the opinion that a man who desires to get married should know either everything or nothing. Which do you know? Jack, after some hesitation. I know nothing, Lady Bracknell. Lady Bracknell, I am pleased to hear it. I do not approve of anything that tempers with natural ignorance. Natural ignorance is like a delicate exotic fruit. Natural ignorance is like a delicate exotic fruit. Touch it and the bloom is gone. The whole theory of modern education is radically unsound. Fortunately, in England, at any rate, education produces no effect whatsoever. If it did, it would prove a serious danger to the upper classes and probably lead to the act of violence in Grosvenor Square. What is your income, Jack? Between 7,000 and 8,000 a year. Lady Bracknell makes a note in her book. In land or in investment? In investment chiefly. Lady Bracknell, that is satisfactory. What between the duties expected of one during one's lifetime and the duties exacted from one after one's death, land has ceased to be either a profit or pleasure. It gives one position and prevent one from keeping it up. That's all that can be said about land. Jack: I have a country house with some land, of course, attached to it, about 1,500 acres, I believe, but I don't depend on that for my real income. In fact, as far as I can make out, the poachers are the only people who make anything out of it. Lady Bracknell: a country house. How many bedrooms? Well, what point can be cleared up afterward? You have a townhouse, I hope. A girl with a simple, unspoiled nature like Gwendolyn could hardly be expected to reside in the country. That's all about this text. According to the text, this is an interview going on between this lady and this man. Please excuse me. According to the text, this is a conversation going on between this lady and this man. Certainly, this man is being interviewed by this lady. And we are going to answer the questions. Read the text. What is the purpose of the conversation between Lady Bracknell and Jack? Read the text again. That's question 1. We have to answer question 1. What is the purpose of the conversation between Lady Bracknell and Mr. Jack? What can we say? Why are they having this conversation? Certainly, the lady is assessing the man. The lady is assessing Jack whether he is suitable for a husband to her daughter or not. Question 2. Read the text again and answer the question. What do the Duchess of Bolton and Lady Bracknell have in their list? They have in their list the potentials of a man they want for their daughter, or husbands for their daughters. Potentials they need to find out in a good husband for their daughters. Question 3. Question 2. How does Lady Bracknell think it is good? Why does Lady Bracknell think it is good that Jack says he knows nothing? Because she believes that a man who desires to get married should know nothing or everything. Either you know everything or you know nothing. That's her expectation. Number 3. How does Jack make a living? How does Jack make a living? What are we told in the story? He makes a living from investment. He makes a living from investment. Question 4. What, according to Lady Bracknell, are the 2 problems of land? What are the 2 problems Lady Bracknell has with land? What did she say? She said, land is neither profitable or enjoyable. From the statement, if you summarize it, it means land is neither profitable or enjoyable. Why does Lady Bracknell believe that Jack should have a townhouse? Because she said a simple, unspoiled girl couldn't be expected to live in a country or in the countryside. According to the text, she said her daughter is simple and unspoiled. Let's now go to question number 3. Question 3 is understanding and response. Look at the text and use your own words and ideas to explain the words. What kind of life do you think Jack has and why? I think Jack has an easy life because he doesn't work for a living. He makes investment. Number 2, what does Lady Bracknell mean by a girl with a simple, unspoiled nature? What does it mean? She said her daughter is. What does Lady Bracknell mean by a girl with a simple and unspoiled nature? She meant that her daughter isn't exposed to the world. She has not had experience of the world. Number 3. Do you think Lady Bracknell will agree to Jack marrying her daughter? Why or why not? That's why you answer it on your own. I won't answer it. According to what we've read, according to their conversation, do you think Lady Bracknell will agree to Jack marrying her daughter? Yes or no? If yes, give your reasons. If no, give your reasons. Number 4, imagine you are Jack. Write a letter to a friend telling him or her about the conversation you had with Lady Bracknell. Describe how you felt and what you thought of Lady Bracknell. Homework for you. The next one is getting away from it all. Although it might seem surprise to you, the wealthy also need holidays, but of course, destinations for the richest members of the society have to be luxurious and exclusive. As wealthy like to put distance between themselves and others, especially if they come from the same part of the world. So, when the holiday season arrives, wealthy British and American holiday makers leave their fellow citizens behind and head off for exotic destinations. Exclusive salafis are very fashionable among the wealthy, and some have actually bought their own salafis packs. However, if you don't want to hurry about looking after wild animals and enormous salafi pack, try the Finda Reserve in South Africa. A day in South Africa, 600-500 pounds a day will give you the chance to see all kinds of wonderful animals, including cheetahs and the real black rhino. Furthermore, you will have your own 4x4 vehicle and a team of guides, as well as a luxurious apartment and staff to look after your every need. Many wealthy people prefer more private surroundings than the Finda Reserve. They fly off to exclusive resorts in places like the Maldives Island in the Indian Ocean, and are 1,912 tiny islands in the Maldives Island, and many of them are only used by rich visitors. The most exclusive resort is the Rania Experience, where a first-class chief and 24 staff look after groups of 2 to 9 guests. The guests stay in a house that occupied most of the island and are surrounded by beautiful beaches. To get around, a 30-meter yacht with its own crew is available for the guests to use. The price, $13,000 per per night. Today, places like Rania experience and similar results in Barbados and Mostique in the Caribbean have become the hiding places for the world's billionaires. In fact, most of the world's super rich don't want us to know about them. Wherever they are, they belong to an exclusive club, and they are very keen to keep it that way, especially when they are on holiday. We have questions to answer. Please let's look at the questions very fast because of time. Read the text again, answer the questions. Question number 1. What sorts of people prefer not share their holiday with others? Wealthy people, the richest people. What could be a problem of owning a Salafi? Question number 2. What could be the problem of owning a Salafi? I think the problem should be how to maintain it. Question number 3. What can you buy for $6,500? What can you buy with $605? According to the text, 1 day Sarafi a day render reserve costs $6,500. The next question. Why do a lot of wealthy people prefer to have holiday on the Maldives? Because it's more private to them. Question 3. Answer the question. Use your own words and idea. I think we'll end here. You answer question 3 by yourself and submit your books for correction. Today is Thursday. Please do well to submit your books for correction tomorrow, Friday. Thank you very much for being there. See you in our next class. Bye-bye.